It's a very good morning from Rose Point Park in Singleton on a glorious August morning. It is at the moment, about to be afternoon. David Redden and Kendall Clausen with you here on Bar TV for a doubleheader. Singleton and Newcastle City in both grades. HSC Women's first, then the Black Diamond Cup at 155. And once again this season, probably sadly, when you look up this area and you see how dry it is, it's a magnificent day. It is just glorious here. It's going to be about 21, 22 degrees. There is a slight breeze. It's not too bad at the moment. It was blowing reasonably in the Black Diamond Plate game earlier on. Comfortably won by City, I might add. But no, looking forward to this game. No Tori Coburn for Singleton. That's going to hurt them. And no Molly Simpson and no Megan McDonald for Newcastle City. So I spoke to Molly Simpson earlier on. She's got a hand injury. She should be back next week. Pretty big week in football all around. We're going to speak at half-time in Conversation Corner of the Black Diamond Cup game about the great Graham Farmer, who passed away this week. And it's hard to describe to young people the effect that he had. His last game of football in the AFL was about 9 months before I was born, so I can't say it's on play. But the effect that he had and the regard that which he's held around the place is quite extraordinary, and we'll expand on that at half-time. Neither Kendall or I are overly well today. They've got a touch of the flu, so please excuse me if I cough a touch. I'll just plough through it and do the best we can. Singleton have got Ellie Oldham in 2, Bianca Morris 3, Liz Moore 4, Avril Blair Dermody in 5, Cheyenne New from Port Stephens guesting for Singleton in number 6. Brianna Howard 7, Kai McBride 8, Taylor Maloney 10, Nadine McBride 11, Jamie Butters 13, Sam Ferner 15, Justine Horan 14, Gabrielle Dipple 16, Hannah Cox 17, Josie Johnson 19, Sophie Breeze 20, Elise Dogan 24, Tiana Windle 25, and Sarah Moosley 30. Newcastle City bound for the finals. Just about ready to start here. Sally Cottyra in 1, Taylor Wiggins 2, Stephanie Minute 3, Taylor Joyce 4, Kathleen Gibson 5, Claire McGarrity 10, Crystal Gavanlock 11, Catherine Stillmaker 13, Rosen Rannon 16, League best and fairest in 2015, Kirsty Ferguson in 18, Simone Wood 19, Sophie Hoffman 21, Ashley Vacalis 22, Tegan Niff 24. East Casey's got 25, Hannah Murdoch 27, 6, Anne-Marie Peacock 27, Madeline Norton 28, Melanie Edwards 29, the great Sarah Halverson in 30, and no surprise to see Halverson starting as ruck rover, and this very big tall player McNiff, who's actually quite a handy tap ruck. She'll start off there in the middle for Singleton. And umpires Bowen Flockhart and Joey Mott. Our boundary umpires Abe and Xavier Russell, and goal umpires Peter Flockhart and Shane Lowndes, and Peter Flockhart and Bowen Flockhart, father and son team. There's a lot of that in the league, and it's great to see. Just about ready to rock and roll here. As I said, voice isn't so good today, but we'll get through it and try and get you some good football. Now it's a big cheerio to Sam Zickman down there. He and his beautiful wife have had their second child, Pia Jessica Zickman, this week. Touch preemie, so I hope everything's okay, but Sam tells us that everything's going well so far. So Sam and family, congratulations on the new addition. Beautiful little girl named Pia Jessica Zickman. Lovely name as well. Almost ready to rock and roll. It's 11:59 by my timing here. And McNiff looks like she's going to go up against Moosley. And there is a 5 or 6 inch difference, I reckon. Be like rucking against Aaron Sandilands. And Aaron Sandilands retiring as well this weekend. A superb footballer in his day. To this day, he's still a very handy player. And I think the best tap ruckman of all time. Oh, Flackhart's just about ready to go. There's the siren. And we're away. Oh, well done by Musa to win that one first up. Joyce gets it out left-footed. Mark taken here by Wood. Thumps it forward. Got to get in front. Does eventually.
Just run that shit, bitch.
McGarrity. That's Stellmaker. Flying through was Joyce again on the kick forward by Gavanlock. And that's going to go out of bounds deep in the forward pocket.
The spectators and the younger viewers are going to have to ask you to leave, Ash.
And a throw in deep in the forward pocket. Minute will go up here, along with, I think that's Kai McBride, it was. Chance. Ball skews off to the right from Gavenlock, and that's a behind. Newcastle City 1 behind. Singleton yet to score. Early doors here at Rose Point Park in Singleton. McBride with kick-out duties here. Plays on. Goes right. Oh, good intercept there by Wood. Actually, it wasn't a kick-out. It was a kick-out from Cox, actually. That should be a goal in a minute. No, almost has an airy. Over the shoulder. And that is a goal. Well done by McGarity. Newcastle City's first goal today. Claire McGarity kicks that one. I beg your pardon. Claire McGarity kicks that one. And the score is Newcastle City 1-1-7. Singleton yet to score. Central Coast Physiotherapy Sports and Spinal Centre is helping keeping AFL Hunter Central Coast footballers on the field all season long. As well as providing the best in injury treatment and rehabilitation, they can also supply the tape and trainer needs at the best price guaranteed. 7 points the margin to City. Early doors here. Rose Point Park in Singleton. Kendall Clausen and David Redden with you. Good tap out that time from the very tall McNiff. Halverson flying through the middle. That is a dangerous sign. Picked off this time, Sarah. Lovely grab, actually. Yeah, I think that was Johnson in 19. Was. Ball comes out wide. Won't beat. Oh, good tackle, Delise. Yelise Dogan. That's an excellent tackle. In and under and belted her down. Quite a handy back, actually, Dogan. For someone who hasn't played much, she's got a lot of, as commentators want as always, but she's actually got a lot of ability in that back line. That's always 50 metres up. He ran over the mark. I thought Halverson a chance. Couldn't grab it. This is where she's dangerous. Sarah Halverson. And that's out of bounds and will be a throw-in. Newcastle City 1-1-7. Singleton yet to score. It'll be a secondary throw in, I think. Yes. We'll see young boundary umpires having a crack. Just a secondary throw in coming there. That's a much better effort. It sits up there for the rush. Good even a throw there. One and kicked by Moosley. Heads over the football. Cheyenne New, representative player from Port Stephens. One of Singleton's top-ups today. And holding the ball given towards Singleton. Singleton, of course, in the North Adelaide colours, the Roosters, and Newcastle City in their beloved Carlton colours. Simone Wood goes square. Here's a voice from Norton. She's too quick from Norton. Sees someone off the side, gets it to her. That's Hale, that's gone. Cox, good tackle. And no prior given. Is it Gavenlock? No, it's Bacala's actually on 22. Minute up here. No, give that to Moosley, who's doing quite well in the ruck against taller opposition. No one making a tackle there. That'll be the umpire's ball. Even money that time. Minute with a second tap out. Gets it down with the left. If you're left-handed or right-footed. Minute, most unusual. Going forward, Mineta taps it backwards. Halverson's lurking with intent. Murdoch swooping. Can she keep it in? She can. That ball's amazingly stayed in. I do not know how. Good tackle made there on the right down the line. Murdoch an over the head handball. Mineta kicks it about 8 metres off the ground. Is that's gone through? It has now. And Newcastle City 1-2-8. Singleton yet to score. 5 minutes gone first quarter. Cox goes to her unnatural side, runs as far as she can and gives it a good kick. Almost a mark there to Murdoch. Joyce wants to swing on the left, I'd imagine. Gets the arms free. Goes backwards to Ronan Yates. Doesn't waste a possession normally, Rosie. Goes short. Perfect delivery again. Ronan Yates showing a class there. And this is Simone Wood from kickable distance with this slight breeze that's running right to left. On your screen. Wood gets it in the air. That might be a goal, and is. Well done, Simone Wood. Newcastle City 2-2-14. Singleton yet to score. ISC have been at the cutting edge of designing and manufacturing apparel from grassroots to elite sporting teams for over 20 years and are proud to be the preferred apparel supplier of the Hunter Central Coast AFL for the 2019 AFL season. David Redden and Kendall Clausen here with you. Both below par slightly, but managing to get through. Our wonderful EP sitting there. And hopefully we can get through the day unscathed. Got to jump off 2 feet against McNeff. She'll carve you if you don't. Cheyenne reads it best. Beats a tackle cleverly. Goes forward. First time the ball's been forward for Singleton. Howard's playing centre half forward. Joyce, the familiar get the arms in the air routine. Gavin Locke. Rush kick really didn't need to do that. Kai McBride. Minita gets onto the mark quickly. Spreads it squared and Moore takes the mark. Leaves more on centre wing. Short ball. Halverson intercepts. Dangerous. Let's see what Sarah does with this one. Goes low. Needs to get a handball out. Doesn't. Goes with a kick. Anyone's ball really. Dispossessed Johnson. That's a tackle and gone. Good effort there by McGarity. Already a goal kicker today. Stelmaker's running for it to the left. Left screen and she spotted her. Minita takes a good mark. Not a long kick, Steph Minita. So this distance will test you. It's about 30 to 35. So there she goes about it. Minita. Off one step. And I think the wind helped her there. And it's a goal. Well done, Stephanie Minita. And the score, Newcastle City, 3-2-20. Singleton yet to score. We've gone 7.5 minutes here in the first quarter at Roosters Point Park in Singleton. Bar TV Sports are the specialists in live streaming. Start again. Bar TV Sports, the specialists in live streaming and broadcasting of sport, including the AFL Hunter Central Coast. Bar TV Sports, making your game the main game. Newcastle City Black Diamond Cup coach Tim Cotter walking past moment. Good morning, Tim. How are you, sir? Good luck. Good luck to you, sir, today. It is a lovely day for football. Joyce away. One bounce. Average bounce at that. Beats a tackle of Oldham. Goes forward just over Minita's head. Minita chasing here. Morris comes in to save today. Does well. Uses that left foot off towards Dogan. Can't pick it up. Joyce following up. Joyce with the left. In front. Misses at the third attempt. Comes back at it McGarity. Kai McBride, usually poised and composed. Over here is Peacock. One step kick. Oh, one-handed mark if you don't mind. Very nice from Morris. Halverson loitering at the back here. This is danger. Oh, she's dispossessed by Moosley. She's got to have a bounce shortly. Oh, gets rid of it. Good work, Moosley. She's been very good so far from the Chooks. Cheyenne. Good tackle made. Desperation stakes. Coming back is Norton. Madeline. Steps a play brilliantly. Handballs off to Ronan Yates, the quarterback. Rosie doesn't miss a kick. And away another one goes towards Wiggins. Should step here. Puts too much. Yeah, too strong there for Oldham. Oh, Oldham's done a good job there because she chased and chased and chased. Ferguson picks it up and extracts. League best and fairest a few years ago in the first year of the league, actually, Kirsty Ferguson. She's very proud of. She should be. Minita. Still one of the league's best rucks, Kirsty Ferguson, actually. Morris forward. Picked off here by Joyce. He's been dominant in this first quarter. Goes off a natural side. Finds Peacock in 27. Short ball from Peacock is perfect. And that's Simone Wood on the left side of the goals. Goes square, opens it up. Beautiful work to Wiggins. Good footing, Newcastle City. And Wiggins has got a shot here from 25, 28 metres out. This wind behind her helps. Got a chance of kicking the distance. Poor kick, really. Dogan misses the mark. Out from Johnson. Minita chases. Out there from Cotter. Minita. Impossible angle. And it's a behind. Newcastle City 3-3-21. And Singleton yet to score. 10.5 minutes gone first quarter here at Rose Point Park in Singleton. Can't explain how beautiful it is. Just glorious here. if you're in Singleton today or up in Mid-Hunter, get out here to the footy. Come along, come and have a beverage and a feed here at the lovely canteen. It's a very, very nice day for footy. Singleton's last home game for the year. Halverson gets nutmegged, actually. Peacock. Here goes Stellmaker. She will put the head over the ball. Don't worry about that. She's only tiny, but she's a big ticker. Ferguson. Smothered by Moosley. Well done. Good tackle on Halverson. They're tackling hard. It's good to see. In there is Edwards. Stellmaker. Well done, Singleton. Get it forward. Howard. Cheyenne, you should run for here. 45 degrees she goes. Out wide. Norton gets the first chance at this one. Chased by Hurahan and picked up there by Ferguson, who goes square. Ronan Yates is running here for her. Should have taken that mark. Kodai they need to get it in Ronan Yates' hands. Wiggins uses the left. Perfect delivery. That is McGarity, who's been dangerous already in the first quarter. Goes short to Stellmaker. Goes with the one hand. Might be advised go with two, Catherine. Picks it up now. Goes backwards towards McGarity, who's looped around her. Good smother, Kai McBride. Off towards Murdoch. Not quite marked there by Gibson. Out there is Cox in 17. That's Gibson in 5. Handballs it away. That's legit. Morris. Not 15. Correct call there. Possession to McBride. That's going to go out of bounds, I'd suggest. Ground looks like it, in the ground, it looks like it's had some drainage work done to it. You can see the drainage lines that have been dug there. 29 points of difference. Newcastle City up 3-3-21 to yet to score Singleton. Butters and Ferguson in this ruck contest. Watch Ferguson use that body. Just uses that opposite shoulder to great effect. Kodaya. And here is Stellmaker. Eventually picks it up. But Carles off her. Gets it out. Singleton chasing hard and tackling hard here. It's great to see. Kodai Halverson loitering. Out comes the handball. As soon as she gets involved, something happens. Gibson at the back. Can she pick it up? Handballs it out. McGarity crosses, rise right across the face of goal. Stays in remarkably. Throws up in that inimitable style of hers. Halverson has had sticky fingers, not overly sticky fingers today. Good tackle again. Stellmaker back here to Norton. Plethora of Newcastle City players over there unmarked. And unbelievably comes to none of them. In there was McGarity, gets the kick. Kai reads that beautifully. Goes straight away, doesn't hold up. Off towards Mum Nadine. Coach today. Coach of the club, actually. Wide, got it. Good work there. Ferguson plays on. Gets underneath that one and gets it up in the air. Off towards Kodaya. Intercepted there by Ferner in 15. Kodaya in 1. In 10 is Maloney. That's Brianna Howard. She's got the red and black headgear as always. Norton. Ball bounces straight back overhead. It's interesting when we spoke to Kate Holland last week. She said that when she transitioned to football, that was the hardest thing, was the fact the ball, you don't know which way the ball's going to bounce. And that was a really interesting point Kate made. John Norton, square. Of course, a former teammate of Kate Hollands at Nelson Bay. Madeline Norton. Bacales gets a possession, goes back to get the ball. No tackle being made, so they can't give a holding the ball decision. And we're gone 15 minutes in the quarter. Newcastle City up by 21 points. Good tap out there by Maloney. Bacales. Joyce on a correct side. Is a chance from there. Where's it going to bounce? Bounces sideways like a Shane Warne leg break on a dry surface. Tapped out here twice, 3 times. Cox off the ground. In come Newcastle City. Murdoch. You can see the flight of the ball. McBride sitting at the back and does enough to get the big ball further behind. Newcastle City 3-4-22. Singleton yet to score. 15 minutes 45 gone in the first quarter. Cox coming to a natural right side. Gets a good wind up at it. Kicks it a fair distance, but picked off there by Murdoch. Good play, Murdoch. Good balance. Good kick of the foot, as you can just see. Stelmaker! Good grab, Catherine. Now, Catherine's one of these players that has a run in, and she really will kick this off 2 or 3 steps. She's a chance in there. Beautiful shots on Kendall's camera. Catherine Stelmaker. Shanks it left. Newcastle City 3-5-23. Singleton yet to score. Kai McBride with kick-out duties. Goes down looking for Morris and finds her, but she drops the mark. Good attention there from Macales. That ball should go out of bounds in the full, and Hannah Cox will get the free kick. Deep in the forward pocket for Newcastle City. Ball thrown in. McNiff gets the tap out. Cox. Sorry, not Cox. This is Breeze. Liz Millen there. That's Maloney. Gets it out eventually. Shine New tries to take a diving mark. Can't do it. Halverson bundles her up. Decision is not holding the ball. And it'll be a ball up. 17 minutes 30 gone in the first quarter. Uncontested to Kirsty Ferguson. Handball. Puts it up in the end of Halverson. That's a wise move. Wiggins. No, sorry, this is Ecott who's come forward. Getting a bit cold, Casey. Playing at fullback. Tapped out. Kodaya and Gavin Locke. Well done, Kai McBride. Gets a sneaky little kick out that one. Clears the area. Breeze is in 20. Kodaya's shoulders are out of the way. Good tackle. Kodaya not giving up there. She's actually done really well to get another stoppage. She was on the ground, sitting on her backside and got a possession. And it's a free kick for holding the ball, and this will be Taylor Maloney. 18 minutes 11 gone. 18 and a quarter minutes gone in the first quarter. City up by 23. Gets underneath that slightly. Didn't kick it right off the flush of the instep. Ball comes across from Ecott. Finds Ferguson, who's got lovely hands above her head. Howard on the mark. Ferguson thumps it forward to the hot spot. Stelmaker can't get there. That's Morris. Goes to the left. Looking for Liz Moore and finds her. Comfortable chest mark. Minuta's got to run away 10 metres. Does eventually. Could have been pinged for 50 there. Norton. You wonder if Newcastle City realise they should get a move on here. They want to kick another goal. She goes square. Ferguson in front. Puts that big frame in there. They won't get around her. This is the play they want to get the ball to, though. Ronan Yates. Driving ball over everyone's head. Well read by Cox. McNiff up there, along with Minuta, 2 tall timbers. Minuta left-hand handball out. Gavin Locke. Just off to the right. Newcastle City 3-6-24. Singleton yet to score. 30 seconds left to go in the quarter. Hannah Cox. Breeze really starting to pick up now. Wide open space this road to Park. If there's any wind, it'll find it. Not like last week at Nelson Bay, Mr. Kendall. No, I'm getting the shake of the head from the EP. He's very happy to be here today, I'll tell you. Out here to Muesli, who's done quite well this quarter. And that is the end of the first quarter. Newcastle City up 3-6-24. Singleton yet to score. Kendall and I will be back with a few minutes for the start of the second quarter. Welcome back to Rose Point Park. Just talking off air with the great Ryan Stanton. Semi-finals and things. So our Bar TV broadcast next week will come from Max Mamard Oval in Rutherford. Our prelim final will come from Adelaide Street Oval in Tumbiumbi. And of course the grand final will be at Newcastle #1 Sports Ground. 1 minute siren just blown. Don't forget to stay with us. I'll give the voice a bit of a break at halftime in the women's game, but at halftime in the men's game, I'm going to talk a little bit about Graham Farmer, the great Polly Farmer who passed away this week at 84 years of age in Western Australia. One of the most important footballers in the history of the game. And if you listen to good judges, one of the best top 5 players of all time, alongside luminaries such as Lee Matthews, any of the triple Brownlow medalists you care to mention, Bob Skilton, Hayden Bunton Sr., Gary Ablett, Wayne Carey, people like that. And Polly Farmer's up there with them. And he, for mine, is, just to speak about him will be a real privilege. So stand by at half-time in the Black Diamond Cup to talk. We're going to have a bit of a chat about Graham Farmer. Cheer out everybody around the league. I hope everybody's going well. Last games for a lot of clubs today. Be good tonight. Have a good day tomorrow. And, of course, Singleton in Black Diamond Cup, they'll be looking after themselves because they've got a semi-final next week. We're not sure against whom and we're not sure where. But Singleton have done a great job in the second half of the season. And have got themselves into a final, which is terrific. Be that 4v5 or 3v6. And then straight into the prelim final if they win that one. $24 points the difference here. Just about ready to go in quarter number 2 here at Rose Point Park in Singleton. Joel Deakin has the siren behind me, and there it goes. And just waiting to start the clock with that one. The ball's up and we're away. Edwards has gone into the ruck here. McGarity kicks it forward. Open pass to Stelmaker. And Morris actually did quite well. McGarity and Peacock in 27. Sneaks a handball out brilliantly to Joyce. Spears it down the middle. Miniter misses an overhead mark. Comes back for more.
So we have 5 minutes until game time.
Heads over the ball here. Kai McBride got the athletic strides on underneath to care for those worrisome adductors of hers. Ferguson gone to full forward. Can she keep it in here? Unselfish, in fact, too unselfish there. Kicked again unselfish, didn't want to kick the goal herself. Good tackle, Stelmaker. Very unselfish football, Curtis. She's always been an unselfish player. In the 4 years that we've had the privilege of broadcasting games in which case she's been playing. Over the shoulder, Ferguson. Miniter gets a handball out to Joe Nobody. And ball out of bounds. McNiff's up here, or is... No, she's not. Miniter is. Secondary throw in here. I do not understand why you wouldn't want McNiff in the ruck here, but anyway. Miniter with the left hand gets it down to McNiff. Wood gets a kick out despite close attention. Good tackle there from Maloney. Ball comes out wide. Gavenlock's got a shepherd for a minute. Has done really well in the back play to get her a possession. Eacott thumps it forward. They come from all directions. Here's Simone Wood. Usually got decent hands. Bundled over legally by Breeze. Ferner was foxing for a free kick there. Didn't get one. And up goes Butters and McNiff. McNiff, uncontested, taps it forward straight to Butters, strangely. Grubber kick's gone 60 metres so far. 65. That ball's gone 70 metres on the run, so great kick for Singleton. 2-on-1 here. Joyce and Norton. No one can pick it up, frustratingly for everybody. Rosen Yates at the back. Once she gets it, look out. Watch the delivery here. Immaculate again. Wiggins, Ronan Yates, the beneficiary of a poor handball, intercepted by Moore. One bounce goes Liz. Good to see Liz striding out. Two bounces. Great tackle, Taylor Joyce. Really good. Moore needed to put a right foot step on and couldn't, or didn't. And Joyce has gone in under the ribs and made a very good tackle. Joyce goes wide. Get over and pick it up. Wiggins in there with Hurahan. And the ball held up. Right in the 50-metre arc. Edwards up here, along with Maloney. Oh, clever over the shoulder tap at the last second. Opens up McGarity. Good grab, Brown Howard. Got the Kinesio tape on that right knee today. In and around the right knee. No one could take a mark. The ball's gone about 45 metres, almost all of it across field. Madeline Norton comes across. Now she's away, Maddie. Oh, good tackle! That's not a surprise. Cheyenne Yu is an excellent tackler. And goes Cheyenne! Can she step inside and get on the right foot? Does. The kick's not great. Oh, you're kidding. Just waiting on the goal up by Cheyenne Yu. Take a bow. Goal of the day so far. Singleton's first score is a goal from superb individual work from Cheyenne Yu. Singleton 1 straight 6. Newcastle City 3-6-24. Subway Morisset is open 7 days a week, breakfast, lunch and dinner. Trading hours 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Support local businesses. Lucas Holmes, Subway. Eat fresh. That'll look good on replay. Cheyenne Yu, that kick was quite lucky, but the work she did in making that goal was superb. Superb individual performance, Singleton's first score of the day. Got to jump, otherwise Maloney's going to card you. She's got a very good jump. Madeline Norton goes square with a handball out towards Peacock. Off towards Joyce. No, that's Wiggins, sorry. Wrong Taylor. Howard over it. And umpires whistled it just when the ball was coming out, but he's got to blow his whistle sometime. Jump at up. Does this time. Maloney still got, sorry, that wasn't Maloney, that was Butters, I beg your pardon. McGarity straight down the wing. Kicks to space. Good grab, Wiggins. Wood, sorry, that's Simone Wood. You've got to come at it a bit harder than that. Ecott. He's good enough to get a touch there. Wiggins. Oh, free kick found by the umpire. Now, I'm not sure whom to here. It might be Gavin Locke, is it? No, it's McGarity. That's who it is, number 10. McGarity with the kick. Straight down the wing. Miniter drops his chest mark, although she had attention that time from Ferner. Alarms going off in the background there. McNiff beaten to it by Butters. Wiggins a short kick. And a good grab there from Ecott. He's actually got very, very good, trusty hands, Casey Ecott. Premiership player, of course, with Newcastle City. There's a lot of them out there. Long ball. Ferguson over the top. Is she going to kick it this time? She does. And hits the post. Newcastle City 3-7-25. Singleton 1 straight 6. Elapsed time is 7.25 minutes in the second quarter. Bar TV coverage of the HCC AFL Women's Competition, Singleton and Newcastle City at Rose Point Park in Singleton, thanks to our major sponsor, Hunter Haval and Brian Hilton of Arlen, North Gosford. Up early was Ferner. Ferguson head over the football. Now she's in trouble. Should have been pink for holding the ball. And was. I think that's Sophie Breeze, is it, at 20? Yep. Goes wide, does Breeze. Norton gets hands on it, can't mark it. Short little kick affected by a good tackle. McNiff can't pick it up, puts a good tackle on. Howard thumps it forward with the Breeze. Taylor Joyce, and that ball does a merely off break and goes out of bounds. 8 1/4 minutes gone. Newcastle City 3-7-25. Singleton 1 straight 6. McNiff and Hurahan in this ruck contest. You'd favour McNiff. Ball drops short. Commentators Moz again. Honestly, sometimes you don't want to predict anything. So the amount of times it goes wrong. Halverson's in there. Does she get the free kick here? No, she doesn't. Madeline Norton does. Plays on. Straight down the spine. Poor kick, really. Butters beats the tackle of Gavenlock. Should be an easy mark, it is. Taylor Joyce out there. One hand drop. I was going to say perfectly, but it went over Gavenlock's head. Halverson. Lovely handball out, Ronan Yates. One bounce, Rosie. Goes wide. Very wide. Butters and Murdoch. Neither of whom go to ground, as therefore stay alive. Kai McBride. Halverson comes that up, makes a contest. Miniter goes forward. In front there was Hoffman. Gingerly. Oh, good tackle, Dogan. That's the second beautiful tackle she's pulled off today. Wood. Dogan can't get, she makes another tackle there. Comes wide to Ecott. Good shepherding by Ecott. Kodaya goes across field. Who's she looking for? Miniter again. Little short kick, smothered. Moole tries to kick off the ground, but has a Donald Trump mulligan. Good tackle on Moole, on Wood. And umpire Flockhart says, that's mine, thank you. Halfway through the second quarter. Score check, Newcastle City 3-7-25, Singleton 1 straight 6. Miniter with a left hand. Again, the unusual combination being left-handed and right-footed. Jamie Butters gets that ball out. Is that a push against Moosley? I think it is. Peacocks with the footy. She actually didn't move on the mark, so she thought she was interfered with. She wasn't. Here comes Howard cutting across that kick. McNiff gets a very clever handball out and opens up Gavenlock. Comes wide. Kodai chasing. Puts the speed on well. Kick. Not quite long enough. Read beautifully by Kaya. And out of bounds cleverly by Kaya McBride. Gets a stoppage. Just waiting for the rucks to get in position. McBride wins that one double-handed. Kodaya running backwards, looking for her own teammates. Finds one in Ferguson. She spotted a player there and got her in Halverson. Big smart play to kick it to. Too far out to score for Sarah. Kicks it to the hot spot. Dogan just misses the mark. Butters up. And she will kick it long. Loves to go over the crack, although that one she slices a touch. Moosley gets a kick to it. Joyce reading it best. Will eventually get the bounce and does. Uses that trusty left foot. Halverson tries to mark it one-handed. Even Sarah should try it too. Spearing ball. Wood on the run. Impressive sight that is. Wood again. And Wood again. Third effort. Hoffman taps it out with the right. Fourth effort. Actually, that was Murdoch that time. Kaya. Smothered. Goes again, Kaya. Wiggins. That's not 15. That one is, however. Howard. Joyce. Here goes Joyce on the fly. Goes towards the hot spot. Kai McBride reads it best. Breeze. Good tackle. I think that's Royce and Yates made that tackle. It was. It's still in bounds. Wiggins. Murdoch. Oldham. Ronan Yates steps. Tries to beat two. She's in trouble. Gone. No, the reason that that's a correct decision is because she tried to beat two players and was tackled effectively. Shine New, scorer of a brilliant individual goal early this quarter. Singleton have won this quarter, which is a great effort. Howard. Based on some very good defence. And 50. Too close to the mark. And Brianna Howard's going to benefit from 50 here. She'll end up being close to being in kicking distance. She's well inside 50. Newcastle City will want to get two of its gun stars back next week. Molly Simpson and Megan McDonald. Howard from 40, 35 call it. Gets underneath it. Touched. On the line by Maddie Norton. Singleton 1-1-7. Newcastle City 3-7-25. 14 and a quarter minutes gone in the, second quarter. Ronan Yates comes wide, looking for Halverson in space. Away goes Sarah. Goes over the head of Ecott. Gets a room service bounce. McBride will read this best. Oh, gets moonboozled. Hoffman. McBride rides the bump. It's done very well. Cox. Ferguson wants to use the hip and did. Handball out to Stelmaker. Oh, holding the ball, is it? Good. Their defence this quarter has been an excellent, Singleton. Kaya plays on. Stelmaker at the back, along with Oldham. McGarity, Miniter. Steph kicks it forward. Tap brilliantly to Wiggins by Cotire. Over there is Gibson and Dogan. Dogan worries her out of it. Great tackle, Wiggins, although Dogan's got that upper body strength to just shrug her off. McGarity and marked by Dogan. Dogan's driving kick goes straight down the wing. Ronan Yates overruns slightly Ferguson. Good mark. Well done, Kathleen Gibson. I would think she's too far out to score, but we'll see how that goes. 4 minutes left here in the first half. I don't think she's got the distance in it, but we'll see. A lot of plays up in that contest, including McNiff and Ecott. Cotire. McGarity, an impossible angle from the deep pockets here at Rose Point. Three Singleton players got enough time to raffle it, and McNiff puts them all off. Thumped forward. Brianna Howard in a marking contest. Falls quickly on her feet, gets the kick from the crumb. Maloney on the much shorter and much nimbler Ronan Yates. Beats one, beats two, does Rosie. Short ball. Again, Ronan Yates' delivery is immaculate. Cotire. And Kai McBride intercepts. Kaya goes wide. Intercepted by Steph Miniter, well, but kicks it straight back down the throat of Kai McBride. Yeah, that hand she's ringing isn't from a sore hand, it's from she's got leather poisoning in the moment. She's got so much football. Crash ball here. 4 or 5 players bumped into one another and missed the ball completely. And taken out of bounds by McGarity. City up by 18 points. It's been a very good quarter for the Roosterettes. Kept Newcastle City goalless this quarter. Murdoch off to Halverson. Short and square to McNiff. Good take, McNiff. Going forward, McNiff. Again, picked off Breeze. Their delivery this quarter has actually been quite poor, Newcastle City. Breeze plays on. Stelmaker. Couldn't quite mark that one. Joyce sweeping through. Gibson gets hands to it. Left foot shows some real skill there using a non-dominant side. Breeze. Tap forward. Halverson loitering. Oh, that should be dangerous play. Good decision, umpire. And given back properly. For a second, I thought it wasn't going to be given back properly, but it was. Intercept from Moosley, who's been quite good today. Minute sitting at centre half back at the moment. Thumps it forward with Ecott having gone forward. Murdoch. 1 minute left in the quarter. Back here to Halverson. Short ball. Good grab. McNiff had to bend. McNiff squares it. Almost could have been taken there. McGarrity! And Elise Dogan, who's coming into her own there in the back line. Not a good kick, though. Although she gets a bit of a spiral on it. Seems like a natural 12 kicker. These are very rare. Murdoch. Moosley. Off the knee. Stelmaker. Catherine off to McGarrity. Twangs it left. Ball just sits on its end. Out there from Ferner. Another touch, Ferner. Moole. Well shepherded by Ferner. That ball's going to go out of bounds. No, it stays in Wiggins. Little short kick, Wiggins. Good tackle. They've really been very good this quarter, Singleton. And that's the end of the second quarter and the first half. Newcastle City 3-7-25. Singleton 1-1-7. We'll be back with you in about 10 or 12 minutes for the start of the second half. It's a welcome back to Rose Point Park in Singleton. Some scores from around the grounds. Cardiff 6-2-38. Late Macquarie yet to score. That's a bit of a surprise given their status on the ladder. Maitland 1 straight 6. Killarney about 4-7-31. Those teams are 1 and 2. Maitland still should finish second there. Terrigalawaka 7-12-54. TEBP yet to score. Nelson Bay 3-3-21. Gosford 6-4-40. And the live scoring's gone pear-shaped at Wall's End West Newcastle Wildlands because apparently Wall's End's kicked 243 goals in the first half. So I don't think that might be right. Rock and roll time in the second half here. Singleton 1-1-7. Newcastle City 3-7-25. Sirens gone and the clock starts now and we're away. Well run McNiff. Murdoch chasing. In there was Dippel, sorry. Can't read to save himself. Good tackle on Murdoch. Joyce, that's a throw. McNiff. Good tackling again from Singleton. Norton almost holding the ball, not paid. Ecott. Back in the usual role behind the play. Stellmaker. Dogan's also gone back to her usual position. Alverson. It's a little bit quiet today, Sarah. She'll burst shortly. Howard, a lovely step on the right left foot. Mark missed there by Maloney. In trouble, she's got to make an effort. Surely that was a free kick against Dipple, not paid. Maloney picked off by Rose and Ryan Yates. Halverson lands on her feet. Ronan Yates backs up. An open space up for Murdoch. Minita Shepherd's well on McBride, very well. Murdoch gets the kick going forward. Dogan reads it best. Can't quite control the football. Simone Wood in and under. Murdoch just off the side of the boot. Stellmaker with the lead on this one. Steps inside brilliantly. And again, Minita uses the left. Good grab, Dogan. Must have very big hands because she holds that ball like it's an apple. Dogan, very big hands. She really is quite an impressive player. Gavin Locke. Dogan reading it again best. Ball stays inside. Got to get rid of it. Does. Oh, it's out of bounds. Called out of bounds by umpire Lowndes. You can see in the background there. We've gone 2.25 minutes in the third quarter. Newcastle City up by 18 points. Tapped out Minita. Second tap out Minita and goes out of bounds. Out the back, brilliantly read by Wood. Gets a little torp into it and misses. Newcastle City 3-8-26. Singleton 1-1-7. Hannah Cox bringing the ball back slowly. Plays on. Has the obligatory bounce. And that's a very good result. Gets a reverse spiral on that one. It goes out right next to the arc of the 50-metre line and the boundary line. Left forward pocket for Newcastle City. McNiff and Butters. Halverson puts the speed on. It's not beyond her to kick this, but she can't. Another behind. Newcastle City 3 goals, 9-27. Singleton 1-1-7. Singleton players warming up next to us. Looking forward to a big game later this afternoon against Newcastle City. Didn't get much better and tougher. Perfect lead into the finals for the Chooks. Simone Wood has been very handy today. Over Stellmaker's head. Joyce will step inside. And good smother by Moosley. She's been really impressive today. Joyce, just a touch too quick for Kaya. Minita, immediately beset upon by Dogan. Another off-season for Dogan. She's going to become a very handy back. She plays okay. She's got a thumping boot on her. Got the biggest hands I've ever seen on a female footballer. It's great to pick up a football like that. As someone that's got small hands, the ability to pick up a football one-handed, it's not something you should understate. Ball up here, massive sporting precinct here. There's some kind of rugby being played over on the left, netball on our right. And of course, Australian rules here, right in the middle of the Rose Point Park complex. Good setup here in Singleton. Bacales, trouble. One-hand handball, that should be I reckon she's been really handy today, Sarah Moosley. Very handy. Athletic, tackles well, jumps well. Good find for Singleton. Goes wide, very. Off towards Brianna Howard and Stellmaker. Murdoch, bumped into by Howard. Moosley again in front of Stellmaker. Catherine's got a chance here, gets a handball out. Minute off her left. Only goes 5 metres, it doesn't have to go far. Stellmaker gets the hands free, turns around. Again, impressive defence to Choquette. Out there towards Dogan and Stellmaker. Opposite ends of the spectrum there. And after 5.5 minutes in the third quarter, Newcastle City have kicked the two behinds this quarter. Singleton's yet to score. 27-7, 20 points the difference. Miniter with a left hand. Wins that ruck contest. Out of bounds in front of Kyle McBride. Miniter. Good tackle. No opportunity there for Butters. Ball back to the central. Give that one to Butters. Oh, dragged out of it, Stellmaker, and the umpires found that free kick. So Stellmaker grabbed over the shoulder, thrown away like a rag doll, actually. And Catherine's going to go back from, looking at the naked eye, 20 to 25 metres. She's not a long kick of the football and usually kicks it off only a couple of steps. Needs to get this up in the air. Does. That's a lovely kick, Catherine Stellmaker. Important goal for City, really. They've had a lot of football, but Stellmaker does the business. Newcastle City 4-9-33, Singleton 1-1-7, with thanks to the Belmont 16 Footers Club. And of course, at the Belmont 16 Footers Club, that's where the Elliot Davey Medal Night will be on Wednesday, the 4th of September. Can't wait to be there at that one and enjoy the night with all the luminaries and cheeky little men like Michael Smith and James Newburn. I'm sure they'll be regaling us with some great stories. September the 4th at Belmont 16 Footers, the home of the HCC AFL. Go and have a look at their Facebook page. It's always up to date. McNair, no, second tap out Butters. Joyce arrogantly picks it up one hand and goes wide. Stellmaker on Dogan. Gracious me. Dogan, two areas. I've never seen two areas in the same passage, but Dogan just pulled it off. Good tackle. Shine Newcastle. Here goes Wiggins. Can she get some length on this kick? Yes, she can. And beautifully intercept marked again by Kai McBride. Goes wide, Kaya. Almost a great Mark Moosley, who I think has been very impressive today in Singleton's top 2 or 3. For once, Ronan Yates' hands beset her. Can she beat Cheyenne New? She can. Ronan Yates, one bounce, and the ball comes up. Great tackle, and she should be gone. Oh, no, he's paid that as over the shoulder against Moosley. She'll hit Halverson, Sarah right in front of us, and away goes Sarah. Low ball to Wood. Wood immediately plays on, spots Ferguson out in the paddock. Got a knee bandage on now, Kirsten, that right knee, I reckon. Oh, good tackle. And umpire says, I'll have that, thank you. Tapped out brilliantly by Ferguson to Wood. Goes to the low ball. Oh, she couldn't. She has. That's a grubber from 35 metres. Simone Wood kicks another goal. That's her second today. Newcastle City 5-9-39. Singleton 1-1-7. Tyre Power, proud partners of the NCCUA and community AFL umpires across the New South Wales ACT. Right now, and exclusively at Tyre Power, buy 3 and get 1 free in selected Toyota passenger and SUV tyres. As one of the many, many coal trains that comes through this part of the world goes past us now. Catalogue full of big brand savings out now. Visit tyrepower.com.au or call 13 21 91 for your local owner operator. Tyre Power. Ferguson double-handed, magnificent tap and gets another handball out. Brilliant Ferguson. Joyce. Oh, that's such good football, Newcastle City, without Singleton laying a hand on it. Ferguson to Halverson. Ferguson to Joyce. Joyce to McGarity. Goes short. Good grab, Miniter. That's a very good mark above her head. Takes her time. In the air. And shanks it left. Newcastle City 5-10-40. Singleton 1-1-7. 10.5 minutes gone first quarter. It's one of the busiest railway lines in all of Australia. This one for freight, millions of dollars worth of coal come down the hill every day in this part of the world, which is such a massive coal mining part of town. Good mark, Simone Wood. Excuse me there while I take it. Strepsel goes square over Halverson's head. Sometimes they don't deliver very well to Sarah, I must admit. Handball out Sarah for left hand. And that's McGarity, and that's a goal. City turning it on at the right time. Newcastle City 6-10-46. Singleton 1-1-7. Awards are Astra established over 25 years ago. They pride themselves on the ability to supply high-quality work and personal professional service. David and Lisa are experienced in fulfilling the most complex needs of their clients. Special deals available for all AFL Hunter Central Coast clubs. And just like that, Newcastle City go bang, bang, bang. Stelmaker, Wood and McGarity, and they've put a 39-point gap into Singleton. And of course, Newcastle City will be playing football next weekend in the semi-finals. Ferguson using that left shoulder so brilliantly. Off goes Halverson. Runs a fair distance, sir. That ball gets hooked wide. And Newcastle City will get a stoppage. I once watched a breakdown of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's Skyhook when he played for the Los Angeles Lakers and before that the Bucks. And he used his left shoulder as leverage in all of the contests that he had, and particularly when you throwing that Skyhook. And Kirsty Ferguson uses her left shoulder so well to set herself up for a right-hand tap. She's very strong about running the shoulders. Another goal, Newcastle City to Simone Wood. Wheels are falling off here quickly. Singleton 1-1-7, Newcastle City 7-10-52. And I'll finish off with that story. And Ferguson gets the opponent with that left shoulder and uses the strength across her big shoulders. And uses that left shoulder, gets herself in position to tap down right-handed. She's very, very clever at it. And the only person I've seen jump around or jump over her, won a best and fairest in the Sydney Football League last year and has played for the Giants, and that's Philippa Smythe. But just watch Ferguson try and use, if they get a decent throw, just watch Ferguson try and use that left shoulder as leverage. She does it again. Gets a tap out on Butters here. Joyce. Tanil Toka from Carnival likes jumping at Ferguson as well, but they're good contests. Oh, lovely work by Breeze. Ecott reading it well as she always does. Comes inside. Doesn't eventually shanks it. Oldham just pushed off by Joyce with arrogance again. Butters round the corner. Anybody's ball here. Norton using that athletic speed of hers. She really is very quick. Goes square. Howard. Halverson. Danger. 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 Ball goes forward. Minuta's got to get that forward quickly if she can. Handball's off to McGarity. Picked up eventually and kicked forward. Brianna Howard. Norton intercepts between two. Singleton are tiring before our eyes. Maddie Norton. Woods in there loitering again. McBride gets it tapped out. Simone Wood, have you got a left foot? She has. Where's it going to bounce? Stays in. Minita. Desperation stakes Singleton. Taps out. McGarity. Misses from there. 7:11:53 Newcastle City. Singleton 1-1-7. 14 and 3/4 minutes gone in the third quarter. Big cheerio to Sam Zickman. If you're listening, big fella, I hope you and the lovely wife and the brand new addition to the family, Pia Jessica, are all going well. G'day, Trev. How are you? Good to see you again, mate. Good to see Travis Bates played earlier in the plate. Of course, the Centurion goal kicker. I think one of the last ones ever in our league. With Singleton a few years ago. Good man and had done a lot for this football club in Singleton. Ferguson spots Codire on her own. Mass interchange underneath us. Codire goes short towards Minita. He's really presented well today. Good tackle, Kaya. I agree with that decision. Didn't have much opportunity. So Minita's going up against the impressive Moosley. Both got a hand on that, actually. Handball out to Wiggins. In and under. Umpire mine. 16 minutes gone, third quarter. Ferguson double hand up. Codire. Bacalash chasing. So is the nimble Catherine Stellmaker. Gets it forward again. Bacalash needs a handball, gets one. Alverson at the back of Stellmaker, gets a lightning handball to McGarity. Brilliantly done, Stellmaker. And out of bounds. Stoppage for Newcastle City, deep in the forward pocket. If you're wondering where my reliable partner is today, he's umpiring a couple of games of football up there in Muswellbrook, and we thank him for doing that. Lucas James Holmes, missing you today, mate. And Taylor Joyce takes a mark. About 30, just looking naked eye, 35, 38 metres out, actually. Ferguson chasing along with Bacalash. Ferguson might get a handball here, no. Bacalash uses the left. Minita going forward, head over the football. She is a good try, Stephanie Minita. Gibson. Coming backwards unselfishly was Gavin Locke. Ferguson looks to go square to a familiar voice. Now Taylor Joyce can kick this distance with this bruise. The one hand drop, left footer. She's usually quite a good user of the footy. Don't prove me wrong, Taylor. Goes forward. Bacales, good tackle, Kaya. Liz Moore puts on the Jets. Clears the area. Out towards Peacock and Oldham. Fresh air swing there from Liz, but gets the ball back. Bruce is picking up two on the AFX microphones. You can feel it around us. Free kick paid there to the Chooks. Just over a minute and a half left in this quarter. Newcastle City have kicked 4 unanswered goals this quarter. Has a bounce ball. Everybody's very tired. You wouldn't know where we are because it's quite cold, but it's very warm out there today and they're all struggling. Maddie Norton makes a tackle on Johnson that held in. Umpire says that on your mind, thanks. Good tap out from Halverson. Halverson in the ruck there, unusual. I actually think that she could play there for Newcastle City and exchange with Ferguson. I know McNiff's a very tall 6'2", 6'3" player, but the idea of Halverson playing the ruck is phenomenal. She'd be absolutely lethal with her athleticism. But she could out-jump most of the girls in the ruck anyway, I reckon. Wiggins, short ball. McGarity, who's been impressive today. Kicks that ball Gary Owen style up and under. Ferguson coming through like a steam train. She won't let me calling that. I'll call her a coal train because we're at Singleton today. There you go. Sorry, Fergo. Puts the body in the line. Brianna Howard gets the crumb. Out towards Moosley. Chased by Wiggins and McNiff. Gets the kick out. Ronan Yates goes over ahead. Ecott. Over the footy. Busts the tackle. Towards McNiff. Not 15. And out of bounds. I thought and that's the third quarter finished. Newcastle City are 7-11-53. And Singleton are 1-1-7. We'll be back with you in a few minutes' time for the last quarter. Twisser. Welcome back here. I'll just get you some score checks from around the grounds. So, they fixed up the live scoring at Wall's End, thankfully. Wine Lake's up by 57 over Wall's End. Start again. Wine Lake's up 70-13 over the Swans. Gosford up by 25 over Nelson Bay. Terrigal up by 87 over the entrance. Killarney Vale in the 1v2 game, leading by 40 points over Maitland. Cardiff up by 43 over Lake. And Warners Bay up by 92 over Musselbrook, with both those sides playing their last game today of the season. Almost ready to rock and roll. Final quarter football here. Final quarter of the season for the Roosterettes. And it's time to go. Tap out by McNiff. Chased by Butters. Gets a right foot out to it. Catherine Stellmaker chasing. Picks it up. Kicks it forward. Breeze and Bacales. Good tackle, Wiggins, although Breeze kept the composure. Lismore flying down the centre. That ball's gone 50 metres. That ball's now gone 60 metres. Almost ends up going 65 metres. Ecott puts on a turn of speed. Ball comes back from whence it came. Stellmaker under pressure. Just gets a handball out. Oldham heard the cavalry coming, got rid of it. Murdoch got nice hands and a very good ticking style. Murdoch, she's an impressive player. Peacock taps it forward. Lismore uses that hip of hers, gets the ball out. McNiff, good luck trying to hit McNiff out, Lismore. Wood making only one of her very few mistakes today. Goes to ground but taps it forward. Good cackle on Codire by Dipple. Wiggins. Taylor Joyce just gets a left foot out. But Carles. Taylor Joyce backs up for more. Goes short to Ferguson. Fergo's got a paddock in. Now comes Hannah Cox to steal the thunder from her. Goes Cristiano Ronaldo style for the third time. Gets it going. Peacock, Ferguson. Looking for options. Fergo gets a handball out to Codeye. As usual, it's accurate. Ball bounces on its end. Simone Wood a chance. Uses the left foot. Gibson and Howard. Howard should have too much speed. Gibson uses the body. Got a bend. Does now. Howard just waits for her. Bacala's. That ball just bounces on its side, on its end. Out there from Cox. Will she use the soccer tactics again? She doesn't. Tries to pick it up. Does very well, Hannah Cox. Please, over Stellmaker's head. That's not very hard. Catherine chases. Picks it up. Steps inside. Square ball picked off by Liz Moore. Moore goes forward. Long kick ends up on the centre wing. And we've gone 2 3/4 minutes in the last quarter. Newcastle City up by 46 points. I'll just go on a minute and bring that ladder up and just have a look at where City are ending up and where they're going to be in the finals. Norton. Another touch to Moore. So if results go as they are today, Wine Lakes can't make up that percentage. Killarney Vale and Maitland will get a week off next week. Wine Lakes will get Cardiff in semi-final number 1. And that's an absolutely mouth-watering clash as Newcastle City and Terrigal in the women's semi-final next week. That's a lovely tackle, but I think it's been called holding the player. And without the footy, the free kick goes to Peacock. Moore. Wiggins tries to intercept. Uses the body. McNiff picks it up. Handball out. Hospital hand pass. Joyce is classy enough to extricate herself out of there. I wonder if Joyce has played basketball. She's very good spatially. In there is Wood. Wiggins. Gets a kick. Rebound herself. Murdoch, who has got a good boot. Gibson. Just needs to use a body here. She should be able to get a kick. Gets a handball off. Well done, Gibson. very cleverly worked out, and a goal to Murdoch. And the score, Newcastle City 8-11-59, Singleton 1-1-7. So yes, just to repeat that, if the results go as I think they will today, and the scores indicate that, the only one of the top 6 sides that look like they're going to lose is actually Maitland, who was second, playing Killarney Vale or first. So the ladder should finish Killarney Vale, Maitland, Wyong Lakes, Newcastle City, Terrigal and Cardiff. Killarney Vale and Maitland to get a week off and go straight to the prelim, with Killarney Vale having a home prelim, I think. Wyong Lakes and Newcastle City, Wyong Lakes in 3 will play Cardiff in number 6, and Newcastle City playing today will play Terrigal next week. That's not confirmed, but that's likely to be where everybody finishes. Lake Diamond Plate's an interesting conundrum as well. I haven't seen that result, so I'll go and find that out for you. I want to see how the entrance Baddo Bay went against Maitland today, because that's going to have a significant bearing, and in fact they must have won because they've gone to 4th on the ladder. Sad to see Gosford forward. So the entrance have belted them, and that will mean, at the moment, I'll go through that later in a second for you in the plate. So we can chat about that. Out towards Ferguson, Eddie wide, Stelmaker puts the speed on, does Catherine. She's got Wood short and spots up perfectly. Come on, Simone Wood, kick a goal from good teamwork. Where's the kick? Hits the post. Newcastle City 8-12-60, Singleton 1-1-7. So yes, Muswellbrook and Warners Bay are playing today to finish 3rd and 6th either way they play. So in the plate, and that's this afternoon at 2 o'clock at Werriman Field. Out the ball comes to Stelmaker. Worked off it by Morris, and ball goes out just in front of Steph Miniter. Excuse me. Halverson smart enough to let the ball bounce. She wasn't the nominated ruck. Too much speed for Howard. Halverson falls at Gibson's feet. Can she get a handball out again this time? Tries. Interesting handball if it was that at all. Halverson, unselfish, goes to McGarity. I'd be selfish this time, Sarah. No, it isn't again. Miniter must finish. Touched, yes it was. Keep touch back out in the middle of play though. Joyce on a dominant side should finish. And has. Taylor Joyce a goal. Well deserved on a very fine performance today from the number 4. Newcastle City 9-12-66, Singleton 1-1-7. With thanks to our sponsors, Hunter Haval, Belmont 16-footers, ISC, Awards R Us, CFM, Central Coast Physiotherapy, Bar TV Sports, Subway Morissette, and Tyre Power. I need a drink of water, soothe the throat. Ball up in the centre. 7 3/4 minutes gone in the last quarter. Out there from McNiff. McGarity turns it around on her right foot. Squares it up. Who's there? Kai's there. Come. Joyce again, thundering through. Use that left foot, goes over Miniter's head. Can't bend over and pick it up yet. Worried out of it by Liz Moore. Now she's gone to ground. This is Wood. Steps onto her right. Goes short. And lost it in the sun, did Gibson. Miniter shanks it. Off in front of Cox. Halverson coming quickly. Can't stop it before it goes out of bounds. Thank you very much, my friend. Just a couple of late changes there for City. Late additions, actually. No Connor Haswell today. That's interesting. You would think that that's an injury. He wouldn't want to have a 3-week break going into a final. Excuse me. Tapped out by Miniter, Wood, Gavin Locke. Gibson, no, Howard's coming hard now. One bounce, Brianna. Still's got enough time. Now she's in trouble. Should be a free kick against her for dropping the ball. Stelmakers should run off here and does. Creates the space. Forward to Gibson. Can she get there? She can't on the full. And ball out of bounds. 66-7 is the score. 59 points the difference. City seemingly headed to a semi-final. An absolute beauty with Terry Lavoca next week. Kalani Vala might not get the preliminary final week off. And go straight through to the preliminary final. Kalani would probably play the preliminary final at home. And Mate will probably play their preliminary final if everything goes to plan at Newcastle #1 Sports Ground. It's Halverson, cream of the crop. Beautiful finish there, Halverson. Starting to come into her own in this game as the game wears on and her fitness shines. Newcastle City 10-12-72. Singleton 117. With thanks to our thanks to our good friends at CFM 101.3, Central Coast leading FM radio station. Wake up with Gaundy and Ash Pollard for breakfast, full of pranks, real talk and passion for the community and local initiatives. Start your day with Gaundy and Ash Pollard from 5 to 9 a.m. weekdays, CFM 101.3. More than halfway through the last quarter now. McNiff wins that one uncontested. Joyce firming rapidly as the subway. Morissette, player of the match. Halverson, a chance for 2 and 30 seconds. Sarah Halverson! Gracious me, she's a good player. Complete quality, viewers. Absolute superstar. Newcastle City 11-12-78. Singleton 117. Sarah Halverson literally 2 goals in 63 seconds. And when you consider the time difference with balling up, it's almost back-to-back. Rapid fire. Back to the centre now. Murdoch bumped out of that legally by Breeze. They're both struggling after it. It's a hard hit, I'll tell you. Taylor Joyce, take a bow. She's been superb today. And again, beautiful delivery. Good hands, Stephanie Miniter. She really does give her all every game, Miniter. Type of play you want to play is just, there's nothing left. Just has a real crack. Lovely handball to Moosley. Ronan Yates. There's McBride for company. Goes wide, delivers. Kicks it to space in front of Gavin Locke. Got the Bruce Springsteen headband on today, does Gavin Locke. Out to Simone Wood. Goes square. McGarity. Missed completely by Wiggins. She had a mulligan at that one. Stelmaker's got a lot of touches in the second half, actually. Really coming to her own, Catherine. Got to get rid of it. Does in front of Ecott. He's gone to full forward. Uses that big shoulder of hers to gain possession. Joyce unselfishly to McGarity. Where's the contest? Howard almost a mark. Halverson made the contest. Steps left, steps right. Finish it! No, she's gone square to be unselfish. Dogan comes hard, as she often does. Maloney gets it forward. Murdoch intercepts and will kick from inside the 50-metre arc. I would have thought, even with someone who's as technically good a kick as Murdoch, touched too far out to score. Kicks from 48. Uncontested, Mark Wood. And Rosie's got another. He's got another change, has he? And another goal to Simone Wood, who's had a very good day at the office. That's 4 for Wood. And the score, Newcastle City 12-84. Considering they were 3 goals 9, their shooting is really ramped up. Newcastle City 12-84, Singleton 117, with thanks to our major sponsor Hunter Haval and Brian Hilton Haval at North Gosford. (14 minutes 20 gone in the fourth quarter. Singleton's last game of the season, and Newcastle City have got their eye on the prize next week. Won by Butters. Taps it out. Good tackle, Joyce. Flying through the middle's Murdoch. Good smother there. Coming through is Norton. If she gets a yard, she's dangerous. She's quick. Down there to Codire. Here comes Wiggins. Mill beats them both. Codire comes back for a second crack at it. And it's a ball up. Umpire Flockhart's got this one. Throws it up. Alverson wins that uncontested. Kicks it out in front of herself, Sarah. She good enough to kick this one. She goes wide to Miniter. Miniter kicks it. Dogan with a big thump. We need to thump that over out of the goal line, actually. She hit it back out in the play. Simone Wood for 5. Dogan intercepts and thumps it with that right foot of hers. Goes outside 50. Gavin Locke square to Joyce. Joyce will be looking for leading forward. She finds one. Out there is McGarity. Kick 2 today. Goes square to the hot spot. Codire takes it. Little test of a distance. It's about 35 out when she kicks it. Takes the time. It's a fair bit of that. Tugs it left. Alverson and Howard out there. Keeps it in, Howard. She had to. She couldn't put it over the line deliberately. Halverson. Good tackle. Wiggins. Goes square. Who wants it? Ecott. Smothered. Cheyenne News got trouble. Uses the left foot to bail herself out. Butters. Codire. Almost a push in the back. Wiggins trying to grab the ball. Those players can't be penalised because they had their hands on the ball and weren't making a tackle. Totally legitimate. You do not have to tackle the player. Wiggins is up, I think, here and wins the contest, Taylor Wiggins. Good tackle. Umpire says that on my mind. Now I'm wondering who'll take this one. Probably Halverson will take this knockout. Yep. And Butters. Halverson with the great leap. Oh, finish it, Sarah. 3 goals in the last quarter, Sarah Halverson. In my mind, in the top 3 or 4 players in the league. Newcastle City 13-12-90. Singleton 117 with 2.5 minutes to go in this fixture. Roosterettes will be having good night tonight and Super Sunday tomorrow. Of course, the Singleton Black Diamond Cup side have already ensconced themselves in the finals. Just a matter of where they finish. Ball coming back to the centre. Umpire Mott. Steph Minute has gone onto the ball, beaten by Moosley. Joyce. Oh, gracious me, she's been good today. She's fast, she's clever, got a very handy left foot and reads the play brilliantly. I'm sure that Joyce has played basketball at a decent level. She's just got so much spatial awareness. You can see it when compared to other players, and he's another player that's played so much multi-sport football, different codes, and brilliantly for Sarah Halverson. Ecott steps inside, wants a goal, does Casey. Off with the left foot, Wood going for 5. Dogan comes across. She's been quite good again today, Dogan. Miniter tugs that wide. Can Wood keep it in? Yes, she can. Goes square, unselfishly to Codire. And Halverson. Can't pick it up, Halvo. Codire can. Handball's off to Murdoch. Handball's off to McGarity. Clare on for 3. And that's a behind. Newcastle City 13-13, 91. That might be the last score of the game. Singleton 1-1-7. Elise Dogan to probably take one of the last 3 or 4 kicks of the game. Plays on. Gets under it. Ball goes out to 50-minuter. Handball's off. Gavin Lock misses the kick, really. No tackle made. Moosley should be over the shoulder to Moosley. And there's the sign. Final scores here. Newcastle City 13-13, 91. A gallant Singleton 1-1-7. Subway Morissette player of the match is Taylor Joyce from Newcastle City. With thanks to our wonderful executive producer and a wounded Kendall Clawson today. He's going to probably go and sit out in the sun for a minute. My name's David Redden. It's been a pleasure bringing this broadcast to you. We'll be back in 7 or 8 minutes for the start of the Black Diamond Cup.